Thank you, Andy. Let's welcome our guests. She has pep in her step, even when she's sitting down. Fox News Headlines 24/7 reporter Carly Shimkus. We have a happy panel tonight, or in other words, a Sonny bunch. Executive editor, Washington Free Beacon, Sonny Bunch. He's a liberal beefcake, a vegan, gluten-free beefcake, award-winning essayist, political satirist, and liberal hunk John DeVore. And his best quality is his quiet rage. Sitting right next to me, comedian Paul Hooper. Okay, let's start the show. Donald Trump didn't talk about it a lot on the campaign trail, but bringing back jobs now seems to be a priority. On Thursday, the president met with manufacturing executives to discuss tax and trade, regulatory reform, and jobs. The head of major manufacturers were there: Ford, GE, Johnson & Johnson, Lockheed Martin, Snuggie, and many others. First, Trump gave his assessment of his first month in office.
I'm delivering on everything that we've said. In fact, people are saying they've never seen so much happen in 30 days of a presidency.
And during the round table, the president took time to engage with the CEOs, like Denise Morrison from Campbell's.
Thank you, Mr. President. Denise Morrison from Campbell Soup Company.
That's great. Good soup.
It is good soup. It's the best thing they do, the soup, right? Trump also enjoyed talking with the head of General Electric, Jeff Immelt.
Mr. President, good to see you again.
Good. Hi, Jeff.
Great to be here. Look forward to really working with you on creating more manufacturing.
Jeff actually watched me make a hole-in-one. Can you believe that? Should you tell that story?
We were trying to talk President Trump into doing The Apprentice. That was my assignment when we owned NBC. President Trump goes up to a par 3 on his course. He looks at the three of us and says, "You realize, of course, I'm the richest golfer in the world." So that's a comment. Then gets a hole-in-one. So I have to say, you know, I've seen the magic before. So.
It's a crazy day. No, I actually said I was the best golfer of all the rich people. To be exact. And then I got a hole-in-one.
That's what you said.
So it was sort of cool. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That was sort of cool, wasn't it, Sonny? Look, makes you love Trump, doesn't it? He makes people tell stories about him.
Well, first off, if I were to ever hit a hole-in-one in golf, I don't really golf, but if I were to hit a hole-in-one golf, I would bring it into every conversation. I'd be like, yeah, you know, the trade deficit's pretty great. Not as great as that one time I hit the hole.
Exactly. You never stop talking about it.
I would bring it up every time. It is like a real, like, sort of like Bane in the Dark Knight move to be like, hey, rich guy, tell that story about how great I am at golf. Yeah. And then he does it. And then he does it. I mean, it's really fantastic.
I know, that's the amazing thing. DeVore, I think you gotta love Donald Trump. You've gotta love him.
I really don't.
Now you have to, though.
I don't. Is it illegal? Yeah. Legally, I have
After watching that clip.
He's the tell me I'm pretty president. He drives me crazy. It's always about him, me. He's like an elderly millennial. Every time he's our first living selfie president. How can anyone watch this and think this is how a president should act?
Well, now it is.
Who votes for him?
Look, he has, like he said, DeVore, he has gotten more done in the first 30 days, including revolutionize what it means to be a president.
Oh, he's such a BS artist. He's not. What has he done other than reconfirm that we have checks and balances in this country?
Well, hey,
that's all he's done. That's what he's done.
But you love those. You love all those checks and all those balances, don't you?
I love those checks and balances.
What's better, the checks or the balances?
You know what? Sometimes I like the checks. Sometimes I like the balances.
That's America, isn't it, Paul? But I mean, come on. Like, Trump is. He's off the cuff. He's unscripted. He's taken down. I mean, we don't live in jolly old England. I like his laid-back style.
Is that how successful people talk? I always wonder, just good soup.
Good soup.
Is that how billionaires talk? You don't have any better conversation than that? I just wish that had progressed. I like the correction. I like that I'm, the best golfer of all the rich people. I wish it had progressed to like a self-aware level, like who's the most self-involved prick on the tee box today?
Come on.
Can you
Wait a minute.
We talk this way?
Look, you got to admit, there's no one like him, right, Donald?
No, there's no one like him.
To say the least.
You have to admit that. Look, it is good soup, and it's that's what, Carly, I mean, don't tell me it's not good soup.
Are we sponsored by Campbell's tonight?
Yeah, and soup, it's good food, isn't it? I don't think enough people have soup with their meals anymore. That's something we're going to get back to when we make America great.
Yeah, the heck with salads. John, I completely disagree with you. I think this is the best part of the president's personality. He's got to be the best at everything. He's got to be the best apprentice host. He's got to be the best golfer. He's got to be the best president. And call it a character flaw, but I think by that logic, it just makes sense that because he is so invested in his own personal performance, he's not going to let this country fail.
Yep, there you go.
No, he's not. He does not care about the country. He cares about Donald Trump. He cares about
as long as this country
himself.
benefits from it, who cares?
But you know, DeVore,
you
know, I did actually hit it. You know what? The only hole-in-one I ever hit, DeVore.
Yeah.
There was two caveats. One, I was alone. I was golfing alone.
Sure.
I swear to God, I mean, isn't this ridiculous?
I'm sure Donald Trump has that same story.
Two, but here's the honest part.
Yeah.
Two, I had hit it in the water, so I took a second shot. So it really wasn't a hole-in-one. So it was my third shot essentially.
So you're displaying humility.
But no, I hit it. Listen, it doesn't matter. I hit it off the tee and it went into the hole on an island. It was on one of those little island holes at Disney in Florida.
And how did you celebrate?
I was all by myself. I took the bridge over to the island. I walked over there and I peered in, and there it was, sitting at the bottom of the cup. I mean, it was unbelievable.
How do you know that wasn't already there?
I checked because it had my little number 6 on it.
Good.
There you go.
I'm very proud of you.
Next up, President Shalhoub.
Well, look, and if I was out, if I had been with Jeffrey Immelt, I would have, I would have made him tell the story. So
you would have forced him.
I would have, yeah, exactly.
Called the shot
on camera.
He didn't even say. He said, "You want to tell that story?" So he didn't,
You know that he's told that story before. He's probably like, "Oh God, this again." Par 3.
There's no question mark in that.
Yeah, and he should have stepped it up a little. I mean, Immelt, he's got to be better at the storytelling for a CEO. Okay.